Well, what's cracking with you people? Anansi here, and welcome back to Jade Empire. In the last one, we did Aishi the Mournful Blade and bumped into a lot of people that we helped out along the way in Necropolis on our way to handling our last request, the vengeful ghost. The ghost of, I think, Mr. Fang. So, we will talk to his seemingly bereaved widow, Ren Fang. As you remember, Mr. Fang believes his wife killed him. They had an argument, and next thing you know, he's dead. But this woman looks like she's in sorrow. What's up, Ren?
Yes. Is there something I can do for you?
Forgive the interruption, but are you Ren Fang?
Yes. Yes, I am. How do you know my name? Have we met?
Tell me about how your husband died.
It should never have happened. I was preparing dinner for him, as I normally did, but it burned, so I went and bought some food already prepared. It was the salmon. I knew it smelled odd when I bought it, but the price was right, and I needed it in a hurry, and... I'm so ashamed.
It's not your fault.
Yes, it is. No matter what you say, I will live the rest of my life with this guilt. But what pains me more is that his spirit cannot rest. I have tried to visit his grave, but his madness knows no bounds. He seeks to drive me away at all costs. I think he might even try to kill me.
Why don't you explain it to him?
He never listens to me. He doesn't give me a chance, but maybe if you were there with me. Could you be there with me? If you believe me, he might listen. Yes, if we went together, he might listen. Can we go now, then, to see him?
Okay, let's go right now. And we cut. I don't know what that wide shot was. It wasn't a cutscene. I think the camera just spazzes out as it tries to unload the segment of the world you're in and reload into the Necropolis. And I know a couple of games during this era that done the heck. I think there are some games even on the PS4 to PS5, Xbox One to Xbox Series X, and Wii U to Switch, I believe, that still do this trick. And it's really off-putting when it happens. It just kind of sucks you out the experience, you know what I'm saying? And there's Yazen, the Toad Demon.
You're back to gloat over this victory of yours, Harpy? Causing my torment and death, is that satisfying to you?
Using charm. It was a bad fish that killed you, not her.
How can you be so certain? How can you believe her after you know what she's done to me?
Because he believes me. He has seen me at our home mourning for you still. Not a day has gone by where I didn't cry over your death. It almost makes me wish you'd have your wish, just so I could be with you again.
Feng, you really do care. Then all this time, my cursing, it was wrong.
Yes, you're both wrong now. Maybe it's time to reward the person who's pointed it out. I'm not gonna be a sarcastic. I could be a sarcastic. How is that intuition? That seems more like, oh my goodness. I'll just leave you two alone for a bit.
You killed me, but I see now in those eyes I fell in love with that you didn't mean to and that it pains you greatly. I forgive you, Feng.
Thank you for what you have done, for both of us. In time, I hope I can repay you your kindness.
And that's it. We've handled the mournful ghost. The vengeful ghost. So, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was gonna take a little bit longer. That's why I kinda cut out the last episode. Okay, that's right. You can't escape the battle arena. You have to fight these guys. So yeah. So yeah, that was a visual spirit. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of anticlimactic now that I think about it. I mean, you really sit down and think about what actually happened to Ren and what he believes happened to him. You think it'd be a lot more poignant, but it came off really corny. You know, Gravedigger Shin.
The grave digging bit.
So I dealt with Mr. Ren.
Good riddance. Hells, it was probably his old lady that offed him in the first place, and for good reason too, I bet. It's all just business to me, you understand. Here's the reward I promised you. You know, you've done a lot of good here in the necropolis. You've managed to clear out pretty much all of the really troublesome spirits here. One spirit didn't stay here at all, though. Took up his body and left. Moved in with his son, I heard, and the son isn't pleased. He even asked me for a refund. Now that was an expensive burial. I can't give refunds like that. It's bad for business, too, having my customers getting up and walking away. That's where you come in. I need you to go to the tanners in the city core and put his father back in his grave once and for all. It's Tanner Fong. There'll be an extra big reward for that one. Is there anything else you need right now?
I'm gonna go ahead and dip. Tanner Fong, huh? Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember this one. I really don't. I thought it was 3 generic quests because, well, that's what I thought. Also, can I just point out that it's kind of creepy how they have these random spirits floating inside the necropolis? I mean, I get it's supposed to emphasize that the dead are not resting, which, you know, has been a recurring thing throughout the entirety of Jade Empire, but I also feel like is a little bit weird because you have your regular ghosts that attack you, your lost spirits that attack you, and then you just have these kind of floating kind of dolls. Kind of surreal when you think about it. But yeah, so apparently this one guy just got up and walked out. The Tanner Fong, I believe. So where was it again? Oh, sorry, I gotta look this up again. The Tanner's Fong. Return the elder to the grave. She must told you that a corpse of the elder Tanner Fong has risen from his grave and wandered off, returning to his home. His son, who inherited the home, is none too pleased. He wants a refund for the corpse gone, and Shin doesn't like refunds. Find the elder Tanner Fong and return to his grave from his property. According to his son, he's invaded the family home. Okay, that doesn't really tell me where. I want to say it's in the merchant's quarter. I mean, a market district. Yeah, I don't exactly remember too much about this one. But I know I've done it. Because I've 100%ed this game a couple of times. It's just weird that I forget about this particular quest. I think I've had a couple of instances playing through the game where I just completely forget. And I'm sure some people probably ask this question because I know it's come up in several projects I've done on the channel. Why don't you just pre-play the games before you do? Well, there's only a few games that I actually do that for, and that's games that I've never actually played through and beaten before. Games from my childhood that I have played relentlessly, that I pretty much know in the back of my hand, but have not played in a long, long time. I like doing them like this because you'll have, well, at least for me anyway, it's just kind of fun to rediscover the game, you know? I don't know if that, like, means anything. You, what do you want? Unless you're to get rid of that stupid old man, I don't have time for you now. Are you Tanner Fong? Yes, I am. Are you here from Shin? Did he send you about my father? Gravedigger Shin told me about him.
Owo sayer uyukap tantarundano, wo tarwayer shathir owo.
You hear from Shin? This is his mess. He should have buried him properly.
Owo sayer uyukap tantarundano, wo tarwayer shathir owo.
Look, I'll give you money, yes? Just take that wretched old man out of my house so that I never have to see him again. Okay, younger Tanner Fong. Older Tanner. Whoa, hold up. Hold up. You're not a mummy.
Wowo sun ponono, yapapap nasia wir sayer wooth.
What do you want? Did my son hire you to kick me out of my own home? You're dead. You just don't know it.
Sair yakowak, kokonato siri panoneniko.
Of course I'm not dead. If I were, would I be this upset about losing my house? Or breathing, for that matter?
Wotowir ukawana ir usoanata hoki. Niato wononapadi irovir.
With no place to go and everyone running in fear from the ghosts, where else could I go? I built this house from the ground up, and I'm not about to let him take it from me. Wait, are you saying you're not dead?
Can't you
O no you wakits will saw iroko shusi.
They sent the quick one, didn't they?
Okay, fakarea, ni ukoristroiper.
No, I'm not dead, you idiot.
Ikirnik tinepiru, wo iferek uk son puno.
My son just used that as an excuse to take everything.
Niato wononapadi irovir. Kuni uk nawata ir.
He thinks that with me out of the way, he has the tannery and all my money, but I'll show him yet. Really? How? Everyone says you're dead.
Wo anania ifewir uk sonoruk noka uk snapir.
Well, you see, I have friends. I can get things done.
Kunir fuk no sankud na no wana napir. Isana yoyo.
I just have to get them to listen to me.
Tasiir siir tintu. Funye wo siye wo tahufu.
Hey, you could help me convince them. I could give you a good reward. But your son already took everything.
Ikirnik tinepiru, wo iferek uk son puno.
Well, yeah. But once we get it back from him, I'll make sure you get a good reward. Agreed. Let's go talk to your son.
Wo afawer sun urk fonir uk. Uksier sa fit kup wo sarkir.
What are you doing with him? You were supposed to get rid of him. I think you two need to talk.
Usosier uthak tarwair, shathir owosu.
What the hell do we need to talk about? He's dead, and you're supposed to get rid of him.
Niato wononapadi irovir. Kuni uk nawata ir.
I'm not dead. You just convinced everyone I was so you could steal the business and my money.
Ak nukwair tu ak ithruir nuka pifu taptuir quair fenurt.
He was as good as dead anyway. Look at him. The old fart doesn't have more than a year or two left. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know why you repeated that, but whatever.
Okay, fakarea, ni ukoristroiper.
Hey!
Koniak anatir, udquair washun.
Look, this doesn't have to end badly. This could work out very well for you, in fact.
Okyo will rufir ni sair shenefushpa, sair renkipa, sair thinopi wuwuth, usair wanson.
Just make him disappear, and I'll reward you well. Nobody needs their deceased relatives coming back and making trouble for the living now, do they? He's not dead. You tried to kill him.
Ak we will ofir, san kasowir wo see you tana.
So what if I did? He never cared about us anyway. All he was interested in was his business, a business I should have inherited years ago.
Ukirwir, no fantayana ukona ne pinatoa.
You ungrateful wretch! I raised you from when you were a snot-nosed child, and this is the gratitude I get.
Niato no napadi irovir. Koni uk nawata ir.
How could you do this to me? I'm your father, damn it!
Wo afaweer sun urk vonir uk. Uksier sa fiet kup wo sarkir.
Because you never loved me. It was always you and your business. Now you're getting yours, you old bastard.
Kwa air. Ki yir iyo ni wo sahir brante.
I don't know what to say. How could you think that? Since your mother passed away, you were all I had. So we have two intuitions. Oh no, I see where this is going, and I'm going to have to kill both of you to stop it. That's funny. Elder Fong, maybe you should have talked to your son more. Honestly, they're both in the wrong, if you ask me, but ultimately, how a child turns out, in my honest opinion, this is just me personally, feel free to disagree if you want to, but ultimately how a child turns out in the end is entirely dependent upon how the parent interacts and raises them. So for me, personally, Elder Fong, maybe you should have talked to your son more.
Sa ir yagawak. Kokonato sihir ipanoneniko.
I never thought, oh, I've been so wrong to ignore you. How could I have neglected you like that?
Wosu warwair ni aksair tatasi.
Father.
Irkana. O nikasurir kwana no kasa iriro.
I'm sorry, my son. I should never have neglected you all these years. When your mother passed away, I just didn't know what to do.
Onu yuir napair wo choir shapshir fan onu yusair ikupan.
I hid my own feelings away in my anger and despair. I only wish I had the eyes to see what it did to you. Now that you've made up, I'm still going to get paid, right? This is melodrama. I prefer tragedy. Die! That is so dramatic. You two should pass on.
Onu yusair akanto kithir.
We've both been so wrong.
Tawi ir kawana ir sonir iboki.
Indeed we have. If it weren't for the stranger, this would all have likely ended in tragedy.
Wo kausoir no ka wo tarwail shaksiro finopifu.
Here's the money I promised. I shall not need the task to be carried out any longer.
Irkana. O nikasurir kwana no kasa iriro.
Thank you for showing us the errors of our ways. Let's try that read one more time. Thank you for showing us the errors of our ways, stranger. May the heavens shine upon your journey to the future. Hey, just like that, we have 100 silver. I believe we have to still turn this one in. Realizing they both made mistakes, younger Tanner Fong has taken his father back into their household once more. They seem to have resolved their differences for the time being, and there should be no more problems from them. Return to Shin and tell them the situation has been resolved. I get the distinct impression he's not going to be happy about this outcome, because I think they're still going to want that refund. Call me crazy. Yeah, this might be why I don't remember this particular quest. Because it doesn't really go anywhere. It just kind of happens, and aside from having random homages to poor English translation of Asian text, or it's Asian dialogue, because the Chinese or Japanese, I don't want to sound, well, the game's based off China, it's really based off of China, not Japan, so I don't want to be insensitive and whatnot, but that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. That's all it is. It's just, you go there, you talk to them, you can either kill one, the other, or both, and then just kind of leave it at that. It just kind of comes and goes. I can see why I don't remember it. Like, legit, I can see why I do not remember that quest. And why do they want to have this dialogue in the made-up Jade Empire language? Just to use it? Just seems kind of unnecessary if you ask me. Well, nobody did ask me, but I'm still going to give you my 2 cents regardless. Alright, Gravedigger Shen, let's go talk to you about this guy.
The grave.
The Elder Tanner Fong wasn't dead.
Of course he was dead. The family wouldn't exactly have given me a live man to bury, now would they? That would be unprofessional. Can't have stuff like that getting around. You, dealt with the problem, though?
Elder Tanner Fong's family has taken him back.
Well, that's good, I guess. As long as I'm not giving any refunds, of course. Here's what I promised you. Business has been more lively lately with you around. A little gravedigger humor there, see? Lively? I'm good.
You know what? This guy creeps me out. I think I deserve a little extra compensation for my work. You know what? Screw it. It's not even worth it. I'll just leave you to it that then.
Drop by anytime. If I ever see a spirit that needs to be put back down again, I'll seek you out.
Now, do you have anything else to sell? Nope. Gotta stop clicking through that really fast. Well, I guess with that, we're gonna call it a part. Well, we can go ahead and journey back towards where we saw Sagacious Zoo creep in. Okay, I was hoping to sneak by. Okay, at least it's just the one. Okay, so we want to go this way, I believe. But by the way, if you ever wonder, if you look at the signposts about the archways, they actually give you an idea of where you're going. Because like there's the temple and whatnot. This is gonna be the one that's gonna be kind of tough. Okay. So, I really wish you could upgrade your companions in this game, because I think I mentioned earlier, but you cannot upgrade your companions. They just stay where they are. Like, unlike a lot of other RPGs, you cannot upgrade your companions manually at all, or I don't even think they even upgrade, personally. But yeah, we're going to head back to where we saw Sagacious Zoo and prepare to enter the lowest Assassin's Fortress in the next one. I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was gonna be a little bit more eventful. I had actually planned. I'm not going to lie to you. I had planned to do the Ren family quest, and then go straight to the Assassin's Fortress because I knew it wasn't going to be a long one. It was just going to be literally bringing her back, talking for a couple minutes, and then dipping. I forgot about the Tanner Fongs, and I can see why. So in the next one, we're going to start the lowest Assassin's Fortress. I've been Anansi, you've been awesome. And with my glowing blue halo and radiant peaceful aura, I'll catch you later.